This is the political map of Caribbean islands. Along with the Caribbean islands, you can see the Caribbean Sea and the Atlantic Ocean. This is our complete route map of our Caribbean cruise. We sailed from Miami and staying 2 nights on sea, we reached the capital city Charlotte Amalie of US Virgin Islands. From there, we sailed to St. John's City of Antigua and Barbuda. Next, we sailed to Bridgetown, which is the capital of Barbados Island. After that, we went to St. George, capital of Grenada. Next to Wilmstead, city of Curacao. After seeing Curacao, we reached Oranjestead of Aruba Islands. Finally, after seeing Aruba Islands, we sailed back to Miami, staying 2 nights on sea. The West Indies is a sub-region of North America surrounded by the North Atlantic Ocean and the Caribbean Sea, which comprises of 13 independent island countries and 19 dependencies in 3 archipelagos: the Greater Antilles, the Lesser Antilles, and the Lucayan Archipelago. The sub-region includes all the islands in the Antilles plus the Bahamas and the Turks and the Caicos Islands, which are in the North Atlantic Ocean. For simplicity, we have divided geographically the Caribbean islands into 3 groups. One is Lucayan Archipelago, number 2 Greater Antilles, and number 3 Lesser Antilles. You can see all these 3 groups in my map colored in 3 different colors. Our ship MSC Divina is now leaving US Virgin Islands and will head for our next island destination, that is Antigua and Barbuda. Just see that our ship is taking a U-turn. It's 6 o'clock in the evening now. Our ship had docked here at 8 a.m. in the morning, after which we had gone for the US Virgin Island tour. Now the evening is gradually setting in. We can see a small beach of US Virgin Island, and I had talked about this beach in my previous video. We are waiting in the room and we'll head for the evening show in a theater hall of our cruise ship. All these beautiful evening programs you can see separately in one of my videos, and we'll definitely enjoy this fabulous program in our ship. It is the next day morning. It's 7th January here. In India, it is 8th January. Our second landing will be in Antigua and Barbuda. From the ship balcony, we can see we are approaching the island gradually. Our docking time is 8 a.m. in the morning. Antigua and Barbuda is an independent Commonwealth country comprising its 2 namesake islands and several smaller ones. Positioned where the Atlantic and Caribbean seas meet, it is known for reef-lined beaches, rainforests, and resorts. Its English Harbour is a yachting hub and the site of historic Nelson's Dockyard in the capital St. John's. we will get down at the St. John's city, which is the capital of Antigua and Barbuda. The country, of which I have told you that Antigua and Barbuda are the main islands, is approximately 25 miles apart, and several smaller islands including the Great Bird, Green, Guyana, Long, Maiden, Prickly Pear, York and Redona, to name some of the islands. We disembarked from the ship. St. John's, Antigua and Barbuda, the welcome board. Tourists are gradually getting down. St. John's is the country's capital and it's a major city and the largest port. Codrington is Barbuda's largest town. This is the welcome board. We'll now take a cab and tour the city. This is one of the banks in Antigua and Barbuda. The currency here is East Caribbean dollar. And this is the market street. We are passing by the Antigua Museum now. The National Museum displays indigenous and colonial artifacts. And this is Bishopgate Street. We are passing by a small cricket stadium. You all know that cricket is a very popular game here in West Indies. This is St. John's Fire Station. Make a note that there are 366 beautiful beaches in these islands of Antigua and Barbuda. This is the High Court. This is the House of Culture. And on my left, I can see the Parliament House of Antigua and Barbuda. Antigua and Barbuda offers a citizenship by investment program. This was a sugar factory, presently closed down. Sugar industry is very famous in these islands. In the distance, we can see the famous cricket stadium named after legendary cricketer Vivian Richards. We will go and see the stadium. Antigua had one of the world's most famous batsmen ever. This is the statue of Viv Richards at the entry point. We will now see the cricket ground. This is Vivian Richard Cricket Stadium. All the international cricket matches are held here. We'll go inside now. Sir Vivian Richard Stadium is a stadium in St. George. It was built for use in the 2007 Cricket World Cup, where it hosted the Super 8 matches. The stadium can cater about 10,000 people. The first test match was here in 2008. The stadium is about 20 minutes drive from the capital city St. John's and the country's international airport. We can see this is Kirtley Ambrose End. After seeing the stadium, we will move to our next destination. On the way, we are seeing Sweeties Tyrrell's Roman Catholic Church. This is another church named St. Barnabas Anglican Church. This was the first church in Antigua, built in 1972. We'll now make a halt here. This is one of a famous tourist spot here. You can see the blockhouse or the remains of the fort. And we'll head towards the Shirley's Height lookout. These were all the military soldiers' camp. Guide is explaining about the place. What a scenic place this is. Shirley Heights is an historic military compound in Antigua. It was built in 1780 to protect the naval dockyard in English Harbour. It is a part of the Nelson Dockyard National Park and part of a UNESCO World Heritage Site. In 1781, Thomas Shirley was appointed governor of the Leeward Islands, urged the local government to fortify the area around and above the English Harbour in order to protect the naval dockyard. The military compound built there became known as the Shirley Heights. The construction began in 1788 and the area is known as the ridge which overlooked the harbour. We'll now see the guardhouse. Fabulous views of the beaches of these islands of Antigua and Barbuda. Between 1781 and 1825, more than 50 structures were built at Shirley Heights. These included a fort, that is Fort Shirley, with barracks, officers' quarters, powder magazines, guardhouse, signal station, canteen and cemetery. We'll go to see the Nelson Dockyard. We have reached the dockyard. This is one of the world famous Nelson Dockyard. Now it's declared as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. We'll have a guided tour here. Fort James is a fort at the entrance to the harbour of St. John's, Antigua and Barbuda. Fort was built to guard the St. John's harbour and is one of the many forts built by the British in the 18th century. Fear of a French invasion prompted the construction, and it is located on a headland overlooking the town northwesterly. A powder magazine, several cannons, and the foundation of the fort's wall still remain. The main attraction today is the excellent view of the surrounding harbour. The fort is named after King James II of England. Work on the fort started in 1706 and most of the buildings were built in 1739. After seeing the dockyard, we are now proceeding for the famous beach of Antigua. This is Fort James Beach. Now we'll take a bath here. The economy of Antigua and Barbuda is largely dependent on tourism. Like all other island nations, Antigua and Barbuda is vulnerable to the effects of climate change. Obida swimming there. Huge waves today.
এখন সঞ্জয় নেমেছে ক্যারিবিয়ান সিতে, ঢেউয়ের মধ্যে দিয়ে সঞ্জয় নেমেছে, ঢেউ আসছে যাচ্ছে, তার মধ্যে সঞ্জয় এগিয়ে চলেছে, সাংঘাতিক। আর একটা আসছে ঢেউ, কামান সঞ্জয়, আরে এই আরে
After enjoying the beach, we will now return to our ship. Antigua and Barbuda cuisine is a term used to describe the culinary traditions of the islands of Antigua and Barbuda in the Caribbean. Fungi and pepper pot are the country's official dish and dish of pride. The National Carnival is held every August and is held to commemorate the abolition of slavery in the British West Indies. Hurricanes strike on an average of once a year, including the powerful Category 5 hurricanes. I've told you Irma attacked here on 6 September 2017, which damaged 95% of the structures on Barbuda. Our ship now leaves Antigua and head for our next destination, Barbados. In my next video, see the full tour of Barbados Island in West Indies. After seeing my videos, please do like, share and comment, and please do not forget to subscribe my channel.